is our guide in this world that's so wild. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. Wherever He leads us. Wherever He leads us. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. You feel alone and you're powerless when you need some hope. Just remember this. He holds the seas. He names the stars. And He's always with you wherever you are. So let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus. Wherever He leads us. Wherever He leads us. Let's trust in Jesus. Let's trust in Jesus.
Online to hear me. Not that I need to be heard online, but all right, good morning, everybody. How is everyone this morning? Good. Everybody looks tired. Have we been wearing you out in a good way? You don't wear out? Well, then you need to give me whatever you're taking because I get worn out for sure. Yes. Yep. We've reached the middle of the week. We've been doing a lot of fun things. So, yeah, we're going to be tired, but it's okay. We're going to have fun either way. Well, welcome back to True North. I was going to say North Point. No. Welcome back to True North. Are we ready for another fun day? Yeah. Oh, come on, you guys. Are we ready for another fun day? Yeah. That's much, much better. As we go throughout our time here at True North, exploring the wonderful wilderness that God has created, we are going to remember that we have a friend that we can always trust. He is faithful, and He is our true north. So we are going to sing another song really quick before we move on because, yeah, stand up. So just like that song says, when We know we can count on Jesus, and when we know he will help us, we don't have to be afraid. We can be brave, because no matter what life throws at us, he is always there to help us. So looking around at our set, remind everybody where we are. Alaska, exactly. Okay, based on the set, would you say it's summer or winter? I'm going to say it's probably summer, because in Alaska, did you know, on average, they get about 219 inches of snow a year. So I'm going to say this is summer. Just, wild guess. Wild guess. So, question. If you guys were visiting Alaska, would you want to go in the summer or would you want to go in the winter? If you would want to go in the summer, stand up. If you would want to go in the winter, stand up. I kind of want to go both. I want to go see the pretty things, and then I want to go get snowed in and not be bothered for a while. But, God's creation is absolutely beautiful. And he has created it to work perfectly. This morning I was actually talking to somebody who was talking about her garden and her plants. Her plants are doing wonderfully. They're green, but they aren't blooming yet, because God has created those plants not to bloom until it's warm enough. If they bloomed now, guess what? It's not warm enough. And what do you think would happen to them? They would die. So God has created things to work perfectly. And in his creation, we've been talking about how we can use our eyes to see him at work there. That lady's garden is a God sighting. Our seasons are God sightings. Think about how on deciduous trees, fun word, right? Their leaves change colors in the fall. You think that's by accident? No. God designed everything to work perfectly. So those are God sightings. With that being said, we are going to take a few minutes to talk with our leaders about some God sightings maybe that you've seen. And then a fun one really quick that got shared this morning in devotions, okay? Mr. Van and a couple other people were at Yellowstone Park, and he wanted to see Old Faithful erupt. Well, it wasn't erupting, and it wasn't erupting, and it wasn't erupting. And finally, he said, God, it'd be kind of nice if I could see that erupt before I leave. And they were getting ready to get in the van. And guess what happened right after he... Yep, exactly. Old Faithful went off. So you know what? That's a God sighting. And it's a good reminder that even those things that we think are silly or not really important, God still hears. And he still cares. He cares about everything about us. So that is a God sighting. And then one more personal God sighting I want to call out. I called it out yesterday, but I really want to call it out today. All of our helpers, ones that have helped now, and then our new helpers, Miss Abby, Mr. Van, Mr. Jalen, and Miss Jasmine, they're all God sightings. God provided helpers to help with this VBS. So all you leaders, you're my God sighting. Thank you. All right, I'm going to give you about a minute to talk about God sightings with your groups. All right, I love that there's so much discussion going on. Remember, you can write your God sightings down and then we can put them on the wall for everybody to see. But I want a couple people just to shout out some of their God sightings. What? Ponder, the otter was your God sighting? The kids loving the skit. What? Moms? Moths. Oh, okay. God is your God sighting? Riker and Tira. Rain. Snow? You know, God is powerful enough. Uh-huh. Oh, snacks. Yes. Snacks. Thank you, Miss Jen. Yes, rain. You know, God is powerful enough to provide for our needs, which is, why we like snacks. That's why I like snacks, because I get hungry. God is powerful enough to provide moisture for our country. He is powerful enough to do anything. And it's really good to remember how powerful he is, because how many times do you feel powerless? Like you have no choice. Like you cannot make the changes that you want to be seen. Or here's one that was in our devotions this morning that I got a kick out of. You hungry? Great, eat the broccoli that's on your plate. Do you really have a choice in that when your mom tells you that? Not really. So as kids, sometimes, and even as adults, there are a lot of times where we feel powerless. We don't feel like we have the ability to get through a situation or have the ability to make the changes that we would like to see. But you know what? There is somebody who is that powerful. Any wild guesses? Emily. Yes, absolutely. God. And so our Bible point today, so let's review our other ones really quick. Ponder was, when we wonder, we can trust in Jesus. Claudia was, when we feel alone, we can trust Jesus. And so our Bible point for today is, when we feel powerless, we can trust Jesus, because he is absolutely powerful. Do you ever wonder why the sign for trust is like you're pulling a rope? Because when you're mountain climbing, do you want a weak rope that you're like, oh, I don't know, I might fall to my death? Or do you want a rope that when you grab onto it, you're like, yep, I am solid. There's no worries here. I want that rope. And that's what Jesus is. He is our solid rope and our lifeline. And I'm going to read you something that Jesus says in Matthew. Yeah, so when we're powerless, we can trust Jesus. And in Matthew, Jesus literally says, you ready? In Matthew 14:27, but Jesus spoke to them at once. It's all right, he said. I am here. Don't be afraid. And that's going to be our memory verse. It's worded slightly different in a different version. But it's, don't be afraid, he said. Take courage. I am here. When Jesus is there, we don't have to be afraid. We don't have to feel powerless, because he is powerful. And with that, we're going to sing about how powerful God is.
My God is powerful. He stands
Okay, great singing. I love listening to you guys. So, question. Are you guys ready to meet our buddy who will help us remember when we feel powerless, we can trust Jesus? Yeah? What do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be Cody? Well, let's find out.
Well, hello there. I'm Cody, and I'm a Kodiak bear. Kodiak bears are a type of brown bear, and we often get confused with grizzly bears. So you know we're pretty big. But we don't start out very big. When us bear cubs are born, we weigh less than a pound. That's much smaller than a baby human. We're pretty much helpless. Blind, deaf, unable to smell, and no teeth. Powerless. Aw, look at my cute little cub picture. You wouldn't look at that baby bear and think it's very powerful. But just wait until we grow up. Our weight multiplies by anywhere from 400 to 1,000 times what we were as babies. If that were true for you, you might grow up to weigh 8,000 pounds. We don't get that big, but boy bears like me can weigh as much as 1,500 pounds. That's pretty big. Of course, we lose some weight when we nap all winter. By springtime, we've lost a quarter or more of our weight. Watch me stretch and stand up tall. Yep, I'm over 10 feet tall. Kodiaks are the largest bears in the world and the largest carnivores on land. Although we may be meat eaters, we do eat a lot of grass, berries, and roots. And I love fish. But most of us don't want to spend all the energy chasing animals that run away from us. My height and weight aren't the only powerful thing about me. My sense of smell is powerful too. You might know that dogs have a strong sense of smell, but mine is 3 to 4 times stronger than that. Did someone have cinnamon toast for breakfast? A bear's hearing isn't too shabby either. Our ears might look small compared to our bodies, but we can hear sounds from very far away. We can even hear the click of a camera over the sound of wind. So if you're around, I'll know. Another thing that makes me powerful is my claws. They can be up to 4 inches long. Hold up your fingers and imagine their claws. They're still not as long as mine. We can use our claws to fight, but mostly we use them to dig for food and hold on to it. And, not to brag, but I'm pretty fast too. Bears can run as fast as a car on a city street. Our powerful muscles make running easy. So I'm big, tall, fast, super smelling, super hearing, with long, sharp claws. That's powerful. Maybe you're jealous of all the things that make me so strong and powerful. Maybe you sometimes feel powerless. Maybe you feel like you'll never do well in school. Or you wish you could heal someone who's really sick. Or you're worried about the future, but you're powerless to change things. You might like to have a big, powerful bear like me on your side when you feel powerless. But did you know you have someone even stronger? Jesus is way more powerful than even the biggest Kodiak bear on earth. And he's always on your side. So remember, when we feel powerless, we can trust Jesus. Well, I'm off to go berry hunting. Catch you later.
So yes, Cody the Kodiak bear is powerful, but as he pointed out, we know someone even more powerful, Jesus. And I think we have a little bit of time, so you know what? We're going to sing a fun song about power. You might want to get out of the aisle.
Feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart is the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
Great singing, great dancing. I love seeing you guys have fun with that. And what a great song to remind us just how powerful God is. So, we met our friend Cody, but what are our other friends? Well, yes, them. But didn't we make some human friends? Oh. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm trying to start a fire.
With sunglasses. Okay, you gotta explain your thought process.
Well, in my guidebook, it said that you could use the magnifying lens to focus the rays of the sun to start a campfire. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, that's true.
So, I thought that sunglasses have lenses like a magnifying glass, and so I'm trying to start a fire.
Okay, I understand the thought process behind this, but, these are not gonna work.
And why not?
Well, you see, sunglasses help reduce the amount of light that hits your eyes. So, these are possibly the worst tool you could ever use. Well, for starting fires, that is.
Man. All that power coming from the sun, and I'm powerless to do anything about it.
Oh, it's okay, Scout. I mean, I understand your thoughts behind that. It's a okay idea, I guess.
I'm just not thinking straight. I must be hungry.
Oh, I think I have a granola bar in my bag, maybe. That's not it. That's what?
see, I have this can of beans that I poked a hole in with a screwdriver, and the only thing that could fit is this flimsy straw.
And you're trying to suck the beans out with the straw?
Yeah, I do not have enough power with these cheeks.
So you feel powerless.
You can put it like that, yeah.
You know, Scout, sometimes when we feel powerless, it's because we are not using the right tools. For example, here they are. These would be so much better to start a fire with. And this is so much better than a screwdriver and a straw.
So, these are like power tools? I'm using power tools?
Well, no, but they are powerful tools. You see, sometimes when we feel powerless, it's because we're relying on ourselves instead of trusting Jesus. So when we feel powerless, we can trust Jesus. There you go.
Well, in the wild, I sure do feel powerless.
Well, maybe you can talk to Jesus about it. Yeah, about it, and tell him what you might need.
Wait, so like on the phone? Well, what if my phone's power goes out?
Well, that's the great thing about it. You don't have to have a phone. You can talk to Jesus directly through prayer. Scout! Where are you going?
Up to the top of the hill. I might get better prayer reception up there.
Oh, no, Scout, that's not how it works.
No, no one's going to eat those beans. No. All right. All right. Well, it is time to close out our time here at Sing and Play Peak. I always try to say that backwards. But so let's show God the respect he deserves. Please fold your hand and close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for each and every one of these kids here today, and the leaders as well. And I just thank you for your word. And I thank you for your power. Even when we feel powerless, you are very powerful. And you can take any situation and turn it into something glorifying and good. And I just pray that you would keep us safe throughout the day. I pray that you would be with Miss Danelle as she gives the lesson. Give her the words to say, Father. And I just pray that you would prepare all of our hearts and ears to receive the lesson from your word as well. Help us to glorify you throughout our day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Free throw! Let the free throw go first, please.
things down and then I can't find them.
If you're heavenly minded, you're always wondering what you hear after.